Alright guys, this is how you use Audacity to combine your voice and your music into one MP3 file. First, you gotta go to your Google or your Z, wherever you have your folder that is keeping all your digital story stuff. So, I put a copy of mine at my Google. Oh, there it is. Come on, Google, you can do it. And there it is. And then I dragged it on over to here, to my desktop. Now I can leave Google. So here on my desktop, I've got my digital story MP3s, my pictures. So it's my MP3s I'm going to be using. I've got my voice here, and then I've got the music that I want to use here. I've got two versions. I think I'm going to be using the Sounds Abound one today. See which one I feel like. Okay, so now that I've got that on my desktop, I'm going to go and open up Audacity. I have it down here in my system tray, but you'll probably have to look for it on your computer. So once I've got Audacity open, this pops up. Now what I can do is I need to, let me see if I can make this smaller so you guys can see it better. There we go. I'm going to add the two sound files, the two MP3s, the one with my voice and the one with the music. So I go to File, Import, Audio. Then I have to navigate to where I have my folder. So this is my desktop, and it's in my Digital Story Performance MP3s. So first I'm going to import the music I want to use. And there it is. And the next thing I want to import is I want to import my voice recording. So I labeled it that. There we go. And there's both. Now if I want to see all this in one view, I can choose Fit in Window and Fit Vertically. Let's try this one and Fit Vertically. There we go. So now I can see it all there. So on top is sound, music and then down here is my voice. Alright. Now I could just be done with it here. But if I were to use this, the music is so loud it's competing with my voice, and you can see these sort of, the sound wave signature here is much stronger than my voice, so it's going to overpower my voice. I can test it out by just hitting play. And you can see, you can't even hear my voice in the background, so that's no good. So I'm going to make sure I hit stop. And that's an important thing to do. Anytime you're working with Sounds Abound, make sure you've always got it on stop before you start to move things around, or you won't be able to. Okay, so if I click here, I've selected to work with sound. If I click the music, if I click here, I'm going to be working with my voice. So the first thing I want to do is I want to move my voice. So I've got this area clicked, and I'm going to go up here to the time shift tool, and if I just click on this end, I can move my voice anywhere I'd like it to be. I've decided I think I want it here. Okay, because I don't want to start with my voice right away. I want to have a little bit of music. Up here, how many seconds the music is going to play before my voice starts to play. And then down here is where the music continues. So I've got music that's going to go before my voice and after my voice. And that's something you want. You want your sound file to be long, longer than your voice. Because when you import this to Photo Story to make the final product, it will automatically fade out as you get to the end of your sound file and your pictures. So having a little bit longer than your voice, having the music extend longer is going to be a good thing. Alright, so now the next thing is I want the music to sort of fade to the background when my voice starts. So to do that, I'm going to select this music track, and then I'm going to go up here to this envelope tool. And for me, I think of it as crescendo and decrescendo. So decrescendo means to get quieter. So I need to put in 2 points. One dot there just by clicking. You can see a tiny little white dot there. And then that gives me a starting point where the point at which I want music to get quieter or louder. And in this case, I want it to get quieter. So I'm going to put another point right about here where my voice starts. And between the two, I can really fade it out. I can take longer for it to fade out. I can fade it out really quickly. So I kind of want it to be a little gradual right there. And then when my voice is done, if I look over here, I want it to get louder again. So I'm going to put a plot point, and then there's the crescendo. So I've got decrescendo and then crescendo. If I want the middle to be even quieter, I can even go like that, make it even quieter. So it's really quiet when I'm talking. All right. Okay, now to see if I like it, I can just hit play.
Hope is the thing with feathers.
And I like the way that fades out. And I'll listen to the whole thing before I'm happy with it. But let's pretend I've listened to the whole thing and I'm happy with it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this. So I'm going to go File, Export Audio. I need to make sure I've selected MP3. This is wicked important because if you pick WAV, things aren't going to work as well. Go with MP3. Now, I've already got something named Sounds Abound Take Me Out to the Ball Game, so I don't want to have it be the same thing. I want to know which file this is. So I'm going to call this Combo because that'll remind me that this is my voice and the music in one track together, one MP3. So I'm going to hit Save. It's going to remind me that everything's going to be mixed down into one track, and that's okay. This gives me an opportunity to sort of name things, and you can if you want to, but it's not necessary. I'm going to click OK. Now it's going to export it to the file I told it to export it to. Okay, now I'm going to minimize this and check my file and make sure it's right. So let me see. And there's my combo. I'm going to just play it, make sure it all came out right.
Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope.
Okay, I'm going to make sure I listen to that all the way. And if I'm happy with it, I can close this. I can go back to Audacity. And then I can just exit. I don't need to save this. If I think I might need to go back and use it again, I'm going to save it. Okay, and this is just as an Audacity file, and I'll put it in my MP3s, and I'll save it as Combo in Progress. Okay, I'm just going to save it. That's just in case I think I need to go back and tweak it some, or let's say something goes wrong with the MP3, but if you're happy with your MP3, you don't need to do that. So let me close this, and I'll go back and look here, and in my MP3s, you can see there's the Combo in Progress file, so if I need to go back to my Audacity, it's right there. But this is the one, Combo, that I'm going to end up using in my digital story, the final product. And that's it. You can replay this as many times as you need to sort of go over the steps. Have fun!